Hey everybody, it's Brent, Central Arkansas. I thought I would start out the video inside the house because I noticed in the last video that the LED lighting was just threw everything kind of out of whack. It didn't look good. So this video I'm going to do today is about microgreens and getting back into it again. I had a lot of fun with it last winter. And then the gardening season came on. Of course, that took all my time. At least that was my preference, regular gardening over microgreens. But now, now that winter's here, or fall, cold, I decided to get back into microgreens some. It seems like the microgreens are the biggest draws, the biggest questions I have from people, and I have been curious about aspects of microgreens and continuing some with it, and so yeah, this video is about getting back into it. One of the things that I noticed when I was working with microgreens is that it became a lot of work paying attention to it. Do they need more water? Do they need less water? Do they need more light? Do they need this and do they need that and all that? So this particular grow is an attempt to regulate that some, make it a little easier, and I accomplished some of that with this grow, but I still have some work to do. But I'll show you what I did with this one, and it was really all it was a timed watering system and concentrating on providing a regular, non-overwhelming water source that has nutrients in it. In other words, it's kind of like Hydroponic NFT, and that's kind of the way I approached it, and that's how I started microgreens to begin with. I came across from the hydroponic side into this. Now, of course, I'm doing no medium, no peat, no coir, no mats, no whatever else people grow microgreens in. It just seems like it kind of defeats the purpose. You're recycling them a lot, and if you're doing it for a business, I understand that expense is really small for the total outcome and how much money you can make and all that sort of thing. But for me, the thing is, I wanted an absolute clean product, something that was easy to turn over, and something I could do, like I said, over and over and over again, easy enough, easy cleanup, all that. And so I think I've accomplished some of that. A lot of people have a lot of questions on it, so maybe I'm doing something right. So let me show you. This is the end product. This is one of the end products of the microgreens that I just finished the grow, and which you're going to see in this video. And yeah, it worked out pretty good. So let me show you what I ended up doing, how I did it, and yeah, follow along. This is my pump right here. I've got a paint strainer around it to filter out debris, and I've got a T going down to a 3/4 inch pipe that's got a top hat grommet and a feed pipe that comes up here, and it goes up and fills in the tray above, and then this is the return coming back in. So this valve here, it's actually just a garden hose valve, and I can reduce it or turn it on fully. And so every time the timer comes on and feeds everything inside the winter greenhouse, it'll also fill up the microgreens tray. To what degree, I don't know yet. I haven't run it yet. Then of course it'll drain back in. So I am setting up my microgreens table to automatic water. Now what I've got here are mesh trays and of course I use screen whenever the seed's small. And I'm going to have them sitting directly on top of the bigger tray here that'll hold 4. And you can see here that I've plumbed it with drippers to have the pump automatically pump in some water, which would then flow across the bottom here through those little channels, wetting the bottom on its way. These are just sitting here to a drain over in the corner. Now in the very back, right here, is a nearly flush mounted drain. That's if I don't want any water buildup or nutrient buildup in the tray much at all. And I've also got one that's higher here where I can plug this one if I want, and then let the water level be a little higher in the tray for plants that may be sucking a lot of nutrient. So that's my plan for now. Let me turn it on and just show you what it looks like. Alright, I've turned it on. You can see the drippers are going. For the first couple days, I will just water the seed top down, and then after that the roots will go down pretty quick, definitely far enough to go underneath the tray and make contact with the water, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore. So that's my plan, and that's where I'm at so far. Alright, let's start off with some red Russian kale. So I'll put this on, put my cup on that I'm going to pour the seed into, tear it out, in other words, zero it out, and then I'll add some kale to it and see how much we got. I don't have a whole lot of it left from last year. And there we go, we got 40.3 grams. I could probably finish this off. I'm afraid I don't want to get too dense. Got 40.2. I think the most I've ever grown was 30 grams. And that was already a little higher than what I see most people do. So we'll go with 40 and we'll stick with 40. Alright, so this will be the first one. We'll try kale, and I'm just going to hit it with the antifungal nicely. And what that's going to do is wet the screen, allow the seed to stick, and hopefully help prevent some disease. And we've got the kale, and we'll just disperse the kale on this mat here, and let me do that and I'll bring you back. Well, 40 might have been a little ambitious. I'm going to wet it down now to start the germination process. It's pretty heavy on there. I don't know if I should have done 40 or not, but anyway, that's what we're going to do. Spray it up, get nice and wet, and we'll cover it up. Alright, I got my foam board, and it's sitting on top. It's not pressing against the seed on this time. I'm not going to weigh down the seed this time for this grow, and we'll see what happens. Now I need to do 2 more. We're probably going to do some broccoli and some cabbage. I think I have some red cabbage. So we're going to do broccoli and cabbage, and we'll do 40 grams of them just to keep it all even. Alright, that is 40.5 of calabrese. There's the broccoli. It's a little lighter seed, so you can see how much that is. That's a lot of seed. If you grow microgreens, tell me how much you grow. I try to maximize just because, you know, get the most potential you can out of something. So okay, so antifungal sprayed on there. We're going to cover it like we did the red Russian kale, and the next thing we're going to do is move on to red acre cabbage. There's the red acre cabbage. We're sitting at 40.5 on that, and we'll put them in our third and final tray. And this is just a brassica grow with automatic watering. There's the seed. Once again, wet it down to start the germination process. Using my antifungal here. If you want to know what this is, you can search my channel for Microgreens Antifungal. I think that's the exact name of the video actually. And I'll put it at the end of this video as well. So there you go. I'll put a cover on this one as well, just like the others. And I'm probably going to put some shade cloth across these three because it's light in here. And I'll just put some shade cloth to get some extra darkness until they start growing well. And there you go. I'll bring you back in a couple days. Now all I'm going to do is shoot it with antifungal until the roots start going down. And the automatic watering is using my reservoir down there that's got full strength hydroponic nutrient in it. So this one's going to get full blown from the get-go, so I hope that doesn't do anything detrimental. I'll bring you back in a couple days. Germination issues in the back there. The seed is a year old, but it could be environmental. Do this a couple times a day for now. And we put the cover back on. Alright, these are pushing up the styrofoam, and I think I'm going to keep it on there for a few more days, get them a little bit longer, and then uncover them. Alright, I've got all three uncovered now because they were lifting up the foam, and I'm going to put, well, I've got them covered to keep the humidity in. I don't want them to dry out right now. I'll keep this on for a day or two and see what happens, just kind of monitor it and see if the light starts greening them up, getting them ready. Here are the domes the next morning after light was added, and they're already greening up pretty good. Just take it off. In this case, redding up / greening up. Red cabbage. And so this is the broccoli. I believe it's broccoli. And that's what the roots look like. They're getting pretty big. I believe this is kale. This may be the broccoli and the other may be kale, but I think kale is a little more aggressive. And this is what those roots look like. And this is a close-up of the red acre cabbage. And roots are also pretty good in this one. Alright, it's the next day and I decided to go ahead and take the domes off. We'll leave them off for the rest of the grow. Here are the microgreens today. I was gone 4 days over Thanksgiving in Dallas, Texas, where my siblings live. And these were on auto timer for the lights and auto timer for the watering and everything. And you can see here that they grew past cotyledon stage. This is the kale. Obviously you can tell because of the true leaf has started to grow. And even here the true leaf has started to grow some too in the broccoli. So all 3 of these have grown beyond what typically you would do for a microgreen level, but I wasn't here to monitor it. So I'm going to take and use these microgreens in another way. It's going to come up in the next video instead of consuming these, and I need to start another grow because I am testing a different type of screen than the vinyl screen, because some people had some concerns over the vinyl part, and in actuality most people have concerns over any form of plastic. It's very common in a lot of the videos I do. So basically we're surrounded by all kinds of plastic, so you have to pick your battles. You can't really avoid plastic without a lot of hardship. So anyway, these are the microgreens. I'm going to let me show you what the roots look like. This is what they look like on the self-watering, and the day of the completion of this video, and I'll probably let them grow a little bit longer just to get some more true leaves for what I'm going to use them for, and I'll explain that to you. But for the purpose of microgreens, I think the self-watering definitely has potential. I mean, I was gone for 4 days and it worked on its own. Alright, I'm going to weigh, because I think it's important to show. Now these had 40 grams in it, and the one closest to true cotyledon stage was the red cabbage there. The others are a little bit past it. So I want to get a weight for you on these microgreens, and this is the red acre cabbage. Alright, let's turn this baby on. Hopefully it works still. Oh, hit power. Alright, clear it out. I'll show you the microgreens here so you can see there's nothing added to it. I mean, what kind of person would I be if I did that kind of stuff anyway? Anyway, we'll throw it on there, and we gotta wait. That's a weight for you. And now we'll wrap up this video. 40 grams grew 1.66 pounds of red acre cabbage. We'll see you later. Well, that wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please comment, like, and subscribe. In order to subscribe, all you got to do is click the button here. We'll put a check mark next to it. If you want to get notification the next time I make a video, click on the bell here, check here, and hit save. You guys take care.